welcome back to another YouTube video. Hi! So today I'm going to do kind of more of like another talking video because I think it's right now still it's just really crazy times, and I feel like I'll want to look back on this video in like 10 years or something, or whenever this whole thing is over, and see what it truly was like, because this is honestly a crazy experience, and I never thought I would ever live through a pandemic. I didn't even know pandemic was a word until this happened, okay? If I'm being honest. So I'm pretty much just going to talk about what I've learned since quarantine started, what I've experienced, kind of like a summary of it all, even though I know it's not over yet. It's still gonna, I don't even know, keep going for another 2 years. Like, we don't know when it's gonna end. It's so much like uncertainty that it's just it's annoying. And I know you guys probably don't want to watch a video like this because you're probably going on YouTube to distract yourself from what's going on in the real world, so you don't really want to listen to someone talk about COVID and quarantining. But I'm still making this video because maybe it'll be interesting to see it from someone else's perspective, I guess. I don't know. I'm titling this video "The Pandemic Through a Teen's Eyes" because I'm a teen or something along the lines, because I don't know. I'm just gonna start from the beginning, of me being so excited about my teenage years and thinking that high school was going to be so fun, and I was going to meet so many new people, and I was going to have so many opportunities, so many experiences, all this. And the reality is not that. And it kind of hurts me a little bit, but it's okay. Everything happens for a reason, I guess. And I guess me being a teen in a pandemic is what was meant to happen, I guess. Whether I like it or not, it's my life. So but yeah, so quarantine started March 2019, and at first it was kind of like we were thinking of going to Florida because every March we go to Florida for March break, but we started hearing this in the news, and it was crazy because we were going to go a week before March break and March break, but we decided not to, and we decided to go March break and the week after March break. But the week before March break, we saw this stuff on the news that was like a virus came from China, and now it's like a scary new thing that no one knew anything about yet. So we didn't go to Florida that year, and I was kind of like, okay, yay, an extra 2 weeks off of school, I guess. And then it turned into 6 months, and that was 4 months without school because school didn't know how to handle that. School was very much still pen and paper, not really online. Like, we did use like Google Docs, Google Slides to do a project every now and then, but we didn't use it as much as we do now. And then we did online school where teachers gave us so much, and it put so much stress on us because they had to finish the curriculum, and now they were like 4 months behind or something. And that's just crazy. All right. And it clearly burnt us out, like very, very clearly. And I think that's why a lot of people, when schools started to open up, they wanted to go back, even if it was for like half the day, like half the time and half the week or whatever. But it's just so crazy to think about, like, in a month, what, like March, when did it start? March like 10th or something? It's almost been a year since this virus has started. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And I never, like I said, expected to live through this. The only normal year I've had of high school is the first 6 months of grade 9. And the first 6 months of grade 9 is like your most awkward stage of high school, let's be honest. Because going in for me, I knew like nobody. So I had to make all new friends. And I can't imagine the kids that went into grade 9 this year, if they were in the position that I was in where I knew nobody, I had no friends that went to my school now, it would be so hard for them to make those bonds and those friendships, and I feel bad for those people. Since I did have that half a year, I did make friends and I still talk to them most days, but it's hard to keep a friendship when you guys aren't seeing each other as much as you want, because I'll go into this. After grade 9, my grade 9, so the 2018-2019 school year, or no, the 2018-2019? No, the 2019 to 2020 school year, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm confused. The 2019 to 2020 school year, after that school year was over, so last school year, summer is normally the time you hang out with your friends the most. You guys go to pools, all this stuff, all that. None of it happened. It was just texting, FaceTiming, that's it. And then this school year starts and they're like, okay, we'll do half in person, half online. We'll have 2 cohorts, and the people with the last names A to K? Was it A to M? And then like N to Z or M to Z? I don't know. Whatever. There'll be one cohort and there'll be the next cohort. See, that would be great if you could manage to put friends together, because the situation that I got put in, I was in one cohort and my entire friend group was in the other. Like, just my luck, right? But so that was obviously hard, because I'm like, great, now I'm gonna go to school half the time, go online half the time for 4 hours a day instead of, what was it, like 7? It's crazy. And I'm sorry, this video is gonna be really long. I'm looking at the time at it right now. It's like 8 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, but it's crazy. Okay, and then teachers, the 4 quad masters instead of 2 semesters, so the curriculum's even more condensed, and it's only 4 hours a day. So like the teachers are just piling on assignments, piling on tests, piling on projects, all this. And whether you want to admit it or not, I'm burnt out. We're probably all burnt out. Teachers are burnt out probably. Like, it's really crazy, and I never thought that this would ever happen. Like, I don't think anyone could have predicted this. I mean, maybe The Simpsons, but like, that's it. But yeah, so, I mean, my grades haven't been going down, which has been good, but it's definitely a very stressful situation that I'm kind of in, and especially because grade 11 and 12 matter a lot for university or wherever you're going after high school. So it's kind of like, if you're in those grades, I feel the most bad for you, because you're probably so burnt out, but also working so hard through it, because you need good grades to get into a good post-secondary school. It's just so, oh my gosh, it's so mind-blowing, like, I can't. But yeah, so now I'm gonna go into what I've learned, because that's kind of the story of the year. It's just, yeah. So I haven't seen my close friends in person in like, since last March, so like a year. That's insane. Like, what? Who doesn't see their friends in person for a whole year? Like, that is unheard of, unless you like live in 2 different countries. But when you live like 10 minutes away, that's unheard of. But whatever. So now I'm going to go into what I've learned what I've learned is how selfish people are and how like they only care about themselves kind of thing. Like not narcissistic, but like there's a word for it, but I just can't think of it. But the fact that people know, well, maybe they're too stubborn to know, but they should know that this virus is killing people. I think like the worldwide death count is like over 1 million, and they're still going out partying, like just going out to go out. Like if you go out for essential purposes, I'm not mad at you. Like you gotta get your groceries, you gotta eat, I understand that. Like go out if you need groceries, but if you're going out just to walk around a store or walk around a mall because you're bored of being trapped in your house, like I'm sorry to say it, but suck it up, bro. Oh my god. If you're going out for no essential reason but you're bored in your house, that's not a good enough reason. Like it's really not, and it's why this pandemic is still going and going, and it's why the cases are rising and rising. Like you're being so selfish whether you realize it or not. And like I said, if you're going to get groceries, do that. You need to do that to live. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're doing it for non-essential purposes, especially non-essential traveling. Like if you're going to freaking Mexico just because you're bored of the snow, like no. Stay in your freaking house. Oh my gosh. There's been, and I know that Mexico, a lot of places in Mexico live off tourism. I know, but going there, you might be helping them like for a month with whatever, but like, wait, you might be helping them with a month worth of groceries if you support them in Mexico, but you're still putting yourself and a bunch of other people at risk. And the hospitals too, they're full. They are full, and it's just, please, if you can stay home, stay home. Like don't go out for dumb reasons, all right? Please. I'm getting tired of being stuck here. Like I want to live my teenage life, and I'm not going to do it until it's safe out. I'm not just going to say screw it and then go out right now, because that's irresponsible. And especially since it's a lot of adults, like shouldn't you guys know that that's irresponsible? Like you're adults. You're adults. Ugh, it so enrages me. It's crazy. But yeah. So I've learned how selfish people are. But I guess I've also kind of learned like school friends versus real friends, because you'll notice that you text certain people like just about random day-to-day things, but there's certain people who you only talk to either in school or about school or stuff like that. But you're great friends, but you just don't really text that often unless you're like at school talking about school, like stuff like that, which is not bad. It just doesn't mean you're the closest. But like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but like you notice your real friends from your school friends. And I'm not saying your school friends are like fake or anything. It's just you guys mostly talk about school, or you guys talk in school, but you won't text outside of school. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to sound crazy. But yeah, what was the other question? My experience, and I think that's it. Is that it? Let me think for 2 seconds and I'll be back. Alright, so I'm just going to talk about how I'm feeling for like 2 seconds because it's already like a 15-minute video. So then I'm going to do the outro. Okay, guys? It's been so long. Thank you for watching to this far. But I'm overall, my feelings and like my, I guess you could say, mental health, it's very much very much that. Where when I was actually going to school and seeing my friends every day, not in 2 separate cohorts, it was very much up here. And the month of February is generally just a trash month for me mentally anyways. Some of you may know why, some of you may not, and that's okay. But yeah, like certain things make me super happy. Like when I FaceTime my friends and we play games together, that makes me really happy for those 2 hours. But obviously, if it was in person, like in the same room, it would make me more happy. So, like, it makes me half as happy as it would if we were in the same room, but like it still makes me happier than nothing, like than no social interaction. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I mean. But yeah, so when I do those FaceTimes with my friends, I definitely go on the higher bit of dopamine or serotonin or whatever you want to call it. Okay? And then, yeah. It's just the fact of feeling alone, I guess. Because you're trapped in your house. And yeah, I have parents and I have a sibling, but they're not my age. And you get along way better with people your age and people with your interests. So when you're not around those people like you normally are every day, it's kind of a slight decline in your serotonin levels. Anyways, this video is really long and I'm sorry. Yeah. If you watched all this way, thank you so much. I love you. You're a real one. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And give me some ideas because I'm running out of them. What can I film by myself? Tell me down below.